we've been working with you guys at Northumbrian Water and Essex and Suffolk Water for well over a year now, which has gone really fast. But just reflecting on that, I think the beginning of our relationship, what kind of first interested you in the work that we were doing and in Vyn, and how did we first sort of come to meet?
So you'd already been doing some work with our health and safety colleagues using the video capture technology to better enable our field teams to be able to really take in their surroundings and to up the level of engagement with regards to health and safety assessments, which was going really well. So it piqued our interest in terms of what the technology was and what it could do, and also the leveraging the really smart back end. So it's not just about recording the event, it's actually then being able to do analysis and getting the prompts and clues to help teams work better and more efficiently. So then we then started to think, oh, there's many other applications actually for this technology. So as head of innovation at Northumbrian Water, clearly my mind was pinging in terms of where we could apply such a technology. But one of our field teams was really interested in looking at it for smart metering. So we have either a lot of no-shows, so a customer will ask for a meter, but then won't be in when we go and try and see if we can fit it, or we'll turn up and the space with which the man has to climb is like this big, or he needed a different screwdriver or whatever. So the ability to actually see where he needed to work would be really advantageous. So we thought, oh, that's really cool. However, that was just it must have been weeks ahead of whatever has unfolded the rest of the year with the pandemic. So then that got our minds thinking, do you know what? In March, we did not know how this was all going to play out. We thought we might have a third of the workforce off. We had no idea, how we could keep up our service and commitment to our customers with regards to issues that arise. So we then actually very, very quickly drew up with you, like literally on the back of an envelope almost, what the process was in terms of ringing through a customer for a leak issue, and then how it's dealt with. And within a matter of 4 weeks, we actually then stood up a solution, which was just incredible. And it has been a journey for us to work with you and to refine that, to get us to the position where we are today, where we are meaningfully saving visits to customers, which is brilliant from a business point of view. It's brilliant from a safety point of view to our employees, and importantly to our customers during this crazy time that we've been having.
Yeah, no, thanks, Sandra. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? I think what we thought we'd end up doing at the beginning of the year when we sat down together, then the world just completely changed. And you're right, we sort of very quickly pivoted completely to how can customers use this for you, and then how can we get something up and running really quickly to make sure that you could keep people safe and you could keep everything moving and the operations going. So yeah, within that first week, you guys were sort of facing some problems around not only home working, but getting in and around customers' homes, and just maybe facing a lack of resource to actually complete that job through, which I can appreciate probably everybody was going through at the time. Just tell us a little bit about what the solution was delivered. So how are the customers using it today?
Okay, so once a customer is ringing in a problem with leakage, we now have a deep link that is sent to the customer from the call center. And then the customer is able very quickly to do a recording of a video to show us what exactly she's doing, but most importantly, telling us as well. And again, I smile wryly there because we got quite a few silent videos to start off with as customers were getting used to the technology and we had our phrasing right. But again, this, just demonstrates, the journey that we've both been on together to learn and see how we can get the best out of the technology and working and understanding what works with a customer. So once she has shown us and told us about her problem, that then goes into a system and alerts the leakage technicians. So then they can go in and they can review the video, and then they can make an assessment as to whether they need to go out on a visit or whether they then can do a follow-up phone call with the customer to then resolve it without having to have a visit out. So both ways, it makes everything much more efficient because we can actually see what is going on. We are better able to make an informed decision as to what's needed, whether it's urgent, how urgent it is. And then we also have like a very clear log of this then in the system that is integrated to some of our other tracking systems that we have. So then it really is like an end right from that call coming in right to the resolution of the issue.
Yeah, that's it. We tried to make sure that we had that process, didn't we, in place where it could be looked at immediately and actually then follow through with that job, almost like the journey and that history of the customer is how do we track what's happened. And as you said, the leakage technicians have been brilliant because they've kind of really embraced this as well, haven't they, and said, actually, it's great that we can have eyes and ears on. So, a huge credit to them as well. And as you said, we've made some learnings. We've had to make some tweaks to make sure that it fits just right and that customers are talking to us. And as you said, there's several sort of value and benefits there, isn't there, in what we're doing. So, as you said, being able to save visits and what other sort of value and benefit do you think that it's bringing in for the customers and for the people who are using the technology?
Well, I'm hoping that the customer is seeing a faster resolution, a first time fix rather than somebody going out with perhaps the wrong kit or not informed in the right manner to get resolution. And that has to be a win for the customer. So this is definitely something that we're wanting to promote, because at the end of the day, it is delivering, top-notch service and getting fast resolution when there is problems. I also think that from a workforce point of view, it's making us we're much better enabled to make the right decisions. So information and data is incredibly important for us to be able to make those decisions, because of the system now being kept in such a rigorous form. We also have, a very measurable way of looking back and using this information to train others in the department. So then it really is then a very helpful aid. Then you've also got the machine learning and artificial intelligence on the back end, which over time we'll be able to leverage the information coming in there in a much more meaningful way. And in some ways, we don't know what we don't know, but what we do have now is a whole, vat of data that is being collected that we will then be able, I'm pretty sure, to get some really good insights from.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. Every single customer is sort of teaching us a bit of something at the moment, isn't there, around that their problem and their solution, and every single one is unique. So yeah, I think we're hitting those milestones in terms of how many videos are being recorded by customers on a daily, weekly basis. And then we helped you with we took part in the wonderful innovation festival that you held earlier in the year in the summer. And there was all kinds of ideas that came out of there as well, wasn't there? As you said at the beginning, we were looking at safety and we were looking at metering, but actually there was so much stuff that came out of the innovation festival and how things are using. How do you think that we'll maybe just expand on that slightly and sort of differentiate and add some more moving forward?
I think that there are other jobs that come in through the call center that would really benefit from us applying Vin to it. So it could be, so we've obviously already expanded into flooding now. So again, the nature of the game is a little bit different there in that we're not looking to avoid sending a tech out. We have to. But what we can do with the Vins from the flooding is actually gather an evidence base very early on in the problem, which then helps us understand accountability and what is the causation of that flood, like much earlier in the process than waiting until somebody goes out. So we already have that in flight, and we are looking at some of the other common calls that are coming in, such as cracked covers on drains. Again, might not seem like a very exciting topic, but you know what, the more information that we can have and photographs of these problems and the videos and the words, then we're in a much better situation. to go and do a first time fix, because we don't want to be going back multiple times to do things because we haven't got the right kit or the right person going out to the problem in the first place. So it's going to make us much better informed, and informed on data, which is definitely the way that we want to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been, like I said, I think the team have definitely said that loud and clear, haven't they, in terms of having eyes on any damage or anything that's spotted while people are out and about. The many things that people ring you for, with leaks, with flooding, with sort of issues that are important to them, and how we can get them involved in that journey and get them sharing some of that data for you on what's happening in the community. So yeah, really exciting. And thank you very, very much for joining us and answering some questions.